Hello, Father Bill. Hello, great people of Christ Episcopal Church there in Covington, Louisiana, there on the North Shore. Hey, it's great to see you. It's great to be with you. Even though I'm in Las Vegas, I'm David Dendy. I get to be the pastor of Mountain View Presbyterian Church, and one of the highest privileges I have is being a great friend and colleague of Father Bill, and to have Christ Episcopal Church as my home away from home. How I love the great people, the great history, mission, and ministry of Christ Church. And today I've got a question for you. Does anybody remember who the governor of Louisiana was back in 1846? Let me think. While you're thinking about that, just want to put on my special hat. Yes, I bought it just for you. L.A., that's the initials for Louisiana, right? Just wanted to make sure that's clear. But who dat? Got on my fleur-de-lis right here. There we go. But who was the governor of Louisiana in 1846? Well, a guy by the name of Isaac Johnson. Does anybody remember who was president of the United States in 1846? Well, that would be James K. Polk. And do you know what the K stands for? Well, it stands for Knox, K-N-O-X. My son's middle name is Knox. That's because the Dendy name and James K. Polk goes back all the way back to John Knox, who was a Presbyterian founder and reformer back in Scotland, back in the day. But here's my next question. Do you remember who was the head of the church of Christ Episcopal Church in 1846? That's right, Jesus. And Jesus has been the head of that church for the last 174, going on 175 years. And you know what the great people of Christ Episcopal Church have done over the last 175 years? They've risen up. They've been raised up year after year to do the great work, the great ministry, the great mission that God has called them to do and to be for over the last 175 years. And that's what you get to do this day. Rise up, ye saints, and come forward as great stewards of God's vision, of God's love and grace. And then today is the day where we offer our own gifts to God, of what we're going to pledge, our financial resources, our money, our time, our gifts, our talents over the next year for 2021. And you are doing the exact same thing that people have been doing at Christ Church for the last 175 years. What a great history. What a great tradition to be stewards, to be managers of the gifts that God has given to us. We come together as saints, as God's people, to offer back to God a portion of that which God has already given to us. It's one of the great things about being a Christian is that we recognize all things come from God above. And then in response, in shaping our life around that notion, that idea, that belief that everything that comes to us comes from God, we, in gratitude, we return that back to God. Well, I don't know about you, how it's been in Covington. I've been praying for you as that Hurricane Z came through your town yesterday. And I hope everyone is safe and everyone's okay. We don't have those here in Las Vegas, but I've certainly been through a few in my lifetime, and so praying for you. This has been quite the year, hasn't it? 2020, COVID. Have all sorts of different names for this year, which I won't go into. But you know what is true of Christ Church? It's the place where people know Jesus is the head of that church. And they know that that's the place where I can find, in the midst of everything that's going on in this world, this is where I can find hope. It's where I can find love, support, grace, mercy, tenderness, love, care, all those things. And why can people find those there at Christ Church? Because the saints of Christ Church have risen up year after year to give their money, to give their resources to the mission, the vision, and the ministry of Christ Church. And so thank you for doing that again today as you move forward into 2021 to celebrate 175 years of offering that great hope and love of Jesus Christ day in and day out in Covington, Louisiana. Hey, one final word for all you saints. Watch out for the bears today. May God bless you. Laugh often and fear not. See ya. Bye-bye.